Shri Medical College. Today we will explore what are the common radiology terminology. Lesson 04. Myelogram. A myelogram is used to look at the discs between the vertebrae of a patient. Contrast fluid is put into the thecal sac with the help of a needle. The nerve roots are in the thecal sac. With the help of fluoroscopy, the needle is put in the spine. Then, X-rays are taken to help figure out if there is something wrong with one or more discs or if the patient's spine is degenerating. Megaton. Mount. The energy of an explosion equal to that of 1,000,000 tons of TNT going off. 1 megaton is equal to a quintillion, 1018, calories. Molecule. A group of two or more atoms that are held together by chemical bonds. A molecule is the smallest part of a compound that can exist on its own and keep all of its chemical properties. Neoplastic. Having to do with a disease process that causes an abnormal mass of tissue to form and grow. Neutron. A small part of an atom that has no electrical charge and is usually found in the nucleus. Neutrons have no charge, just like their name says. That is, neither a positive nor a negative charge is attached to them. A proton and a neutron weigh about the same. Non-ionizing radiation. Radiation that is not as powerful as ionizing radiation and has longer wavelengths. It is not strong enough to change the structure of the atoms it comes in contact with, but it is strong enough to heat tissue and can have harmful effects on living things. Radio waves, microwaves, light that we can see, and infrared from a heat lamp are all examples. Non-stochastic effects, effects that can be linked to the amount of radiation a person got. When you take more, the effect is stronger. Most of the time, there is a threshold below which the effect won't happen. Some people call these deterministic effects. For example, a skin burn caused by radiation is a predictable effect that gets worse as the dose of radiation goes up. Nuclear energy, the heat energy that comes from nuclear fission or radioactive decay in a nuclear reactor. Nuclear fuel cycle, steps that need to be taken to get fuel for nuclear power plants. Mining, milling, isotopic enrichment, manufacturing fuel elements, utilizing them in reactors, chemically reprocessing spent fuel to obtain fissile material, making new fuel elements. Nuclear tracers, radioisotopes give doctors a way to look inside the body and see organs and soft tissues, similar to how X-rays show pictures of bones. A radioactive tracer is bonded to a chemical that naturally gathers in an organ or tissue so that an image can be made. Nucleon, a particle that makes up the nucleus of an atom. It can be a proton or a neutron. Nucleus, the center of an atom, where protons and neutrons are found. The part of an atom that weighs the most is the nucleus. Nuclide, a term that can be used for all of the atomic forms of an element. The numbers of protons and neutrons in the nucleus and the amount of energy in the atom are two things that define a nuclide. Pathways, how people get exposed to radiation or other harmful substances. Inhalation, ingestion, and direct skin contact are the three main ways. Penetrating radiation, radiation that can go through the skin and reach organs and tissues inside the body. Photons, neutrons, and protons are all types of radiation that can get through matter. But alpha particles and all beta particles except those with very high energy are not thought to be penetrating radiation. Photon, pure electromagnetic energy in a separate packet. Photons move at the speed of light and don't have any mass. The word photon was made up to describe energy that acts more like a particle than a wave, meaning that it affects molecules or atoms. Photons are what gamma rays and X-rays are. Pitch blende, a mineral that is brown to black and has a unique shine. It is mostly made up of urine and UO2, but it also has radium in it, Ra. It is the main place where UO comes from. Plume, the spread of something from one place to another through environmental media like air or groundwater. For instance, a plume could be used to describe how particles, gases, vapors, and aerosols move through the air or how contamination moves through an aquifer. Plutonium, Pu, a heavy, radioactive metal made by humans. Pu-239, which has a half-life of 24,000 years, is the most important isotope. Pu-239 is the main isotope in weapons and can be used as fuel for reactors. About 22 million kilowatt-hours of heat are equal to 1 kilogram. When a kilogram of plutonium explodes all the way, it makes as much noise as 20,000 tons of chemicals explosive. All isotopes of plutonium are easily absorbed by bones and, depending on the amount and length of exposure, can kill. Polonium, Po, a chemical element that is made when radium, Ra, breaks down. Uranium, U, Os contain polonium. Prenatal radiation exposure, getting radiation while an embryo or fetus is still in the womb of its mother. At certain times during pregnancy, the fetus is especially sensitive to radiation, and if it gets more than 5 rads, it could hurt the brain function and other parts of the body. Protective Action Guide, PAG, a guide that informs state and municipal governments when to take action to protect people from accidentally released radioactive material. Proton, a positively charged small atomic particle usually found in the center of an atom's nucleus. Even though they are about 2,000 times heavier than electrons, protons and neutrons are very small. Each element has its own unique number of protons. Quality factor, Q, the factor multiplied by the absorbed dose, rad or gray, to express biological harm, rem, to a person on a standardized scale. It is used because some kinds of radiation, like alpha particles, are more harmful to living things on the inside than others. Rad, radiation absorbed dose, a basic unit of radiation dose taken in. It is a way to measure how much energy the body takes in. The traditional unit of dose taken in is the rad. The unit gray, J, which is equal to 100 rad, is replacing it. 1 rad is the amount of energy given to an object in the form of 100 ergs per gram. Radiation, energy can move as particles or as waves. Heat, light, radio waves, and microwaves are all well-known types of radiation. Ionizing radiation is a type of electromagnetic radiation that has a very high amount of energy. Radiation warning symbol, a symbol that the Code of Federal Regulations says must be used. It is a 3-leafed clover in magenta or black on a yellow background. It must be put up in places where there are certain amounts of radioactive materials or where people could get certain doses of radiation. Radioactive contamination, radioactive material that shouldn't be there getting on the surface of buildings, areas, objects, or people. It can be in the air, outside, or inside. Radioactive decay, when the nucleus of an atom breaks apart on its own. Radioactive half-life, the amount of time it takes for a radioactive isotope to lose half of its mass. Radioactive material has atoms that are not stable and give off radiation as they break down. Join ShriRam Medical College's Bachelor of Vocation in Radiology and Medical Imaging Technology and take the first step toward a successful career in radiology technologist. We are here to assist you in launching your career as a radiology technologist. Call us at 9968193009 for more information about our program or to submit an application right away. Shri Ram Medical College, nurturing next generation of healthcare leaders, and offers all paramedical courses at competitive fee and helps in 100% placement assistance. Admission open. For more information, please visit our website ShriRamCollege.com and like, share, subscribe our YouTube channel Shri Ram Medical College. Good luck, goodbye.